Hey, it's me, Tammy, and welcome back to Kickin' and Streamin'. Today I'm going to be discussing Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, the Amazon original that is season 2 just came out for. Now, I have to say, growing up, I was more than slightly obsessed with spies, and I read all things Tom Clancy. I think the very first one I read was Hunt for Red October. And that was my first introduction to the Jack Ryan universe. And I watched Jack Ryan and all of his adventures and read his books. And when I saw the trailer for the new Jack Ryan, I was a little concerned. Tom Clancy was known for all of his Cold War spy thriller stuff. And sometimes, you're not working with the author's original material. Which, that being said, things can be adapted. And I think the best example of that was when they, back, I don't even know how long ago, when Matt Damon was cast as Jason Bourne in The Bourne Identity. I also read all things Robert Ludlum. Again, I might have been slightly obsessed as a child and teenager and wanted to be a spy. Now I just want to make movies about them. Anyway, that being said, season 2 of the new Jack Ryan just released a couple of, about a month or two ago. When season 1 came out, I was neck deep finishing up grad school, and I just didn't get a chance to watch it. And then life happened, and there are not enough hours in the day. So, and I'd been wanting to watch it for a while, but I was a little hesitant because I was like, okay, am I gonna like it or not? I mean, John Krasinsky, I really, The Office, okay. And then I saw him in Quiet Place. Definitely was like, oh, this is interesting. He has some range. And then, but again, can he be Jack Ryan? It's like, oh, Alec Baldwin when he did, played Jack Ryan in Hunt for October with Sean Connery. That's iconic. Seriously, iconic. And I remember watching that film when it came out. So, I had very high expectations when they were announcing this. And the other thing that was kind of keeping me going was like, okay, well, if I like it, I'm going to have to pay attention. Not that that's a bad thing, but sometimes you're like, do I want to watch something I've never seen before, knowing that I'm going to have to pay attention? I can't just kind of like tune it out. And I was pleasantly surprised. I sat down and I just needed something that I could just enjoy for a little while. And that popped up and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll start. And I finished the pilot and kept going. I binged the entire first season, plus episode 1, the first night. It might have been really freaking good. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with what they did. I love how they updated the story. Everybody from, Jack Ryan to James Greer to all of the other cast of characters that inhabited his universe. They set it in today, which can be good or bad. The original Tom Clancy stuff was set in, the height of the Cold War against the Soviet Union, and this was now set in Syria and the Middle East, dealing with ISIS, some of those terrorist forces that are that we're dealing with now. And I have to say, they did a really freaking amazing job. I loved that the characters who played Muslims were Muslim, also speaking Arabic, and yeah, there was subtitles that had to be watched, and I was okay with that because it, instead of taking me out of the story, it really brought me in, and I wanted to keep watching. Um, I really liked what they did with the supporting cast of characters, um, the you know the other people who were part of the world. They all felt real. Um, the our terrorist wasn't just a death to America type, death to the West. There was a reason he was who he was, and it was a completely understandable reason. And sometimes I think when one of the challenges that screenwriters and creators, and storytellers in general, when they are trying to find the antagonist and that bad guy that we're looking for, we don't want just a cookie cutter bad guy. We want somebody that we can not relate to, but is more than just black and white. We want those shades of gray. And I think they really did an excellent job with that. So season 1 was Middle East, France, and then the United States. Terrifying and completely believable. It was like, oh yeah, this is the thing. These are the things that our intelligence networks are dealing with today. I really liked how they created a world that, I felt was completely believable. When season 2 dropped a couple of weeks ago, or a couple month or two ago, I don't know when it dropped, it was not too long ago, we were then sent to the world of Venezuela. Now today, Venezuela is having really, really bad political unrest, and it's not it is not doing well. And we were taken to a South American country that was real. I could see immediately where they were able to get how they created the world and the consequences of the United States foreign policy. This is not me saying that I have agree or disagree with it, but as writers, I think we look around the world and we say, what if? And I think the creators of the new Jack Ryan looked at the world around us and said, what if Jack Ryan was real today? And I think that they did a freaking phenomenal job. This is me just kind of rambling now. I was really, really impressed with John Krasinsky. He was fun. You don't think of Jack Ryan as a fun character, but he had fun with it, but he was completely believable, and you could understand all of those same challenges that he had had in the original stories. He was a lone survivor of a helicopter crash. Well, the new Jack Ryan was the lone survivor of a helicopter crash that felt that the consequences were way more, what's the word I'm looking for? They're just way more impactful, I think. He's a character who's suffering from PTSD. There are veterans everywhere in this country and around the world, people that are suffering from PTSD. And I think that they did a really fantastic job of creating this world. So yeah, there's only 16 episodes, which is really sad, but also really good because you can get through it really fast. And you're gonna watch and be like, oh, it's only 2:00 in the morning. I only have one more episode. I can stay up and watch. So yeah, it is definitely binge worthy. Definitely something you should check out. If you're into spy, action, adventure, any number of things, John Krasinski, it's fun and well worth the watch. So anyway, this is me, from Tammy from Kickin' and Streamin'. I hope you're enjoying whatever you're binging, and I will see you again here soon. Bye!